Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Well, hokey smokes, I have a text file open on my screen up here with stuff because, hey, ADD, fun stuff. I can't remember anything unless it's written down. I've forgotten my name. But I don't have a lot. In fact, one of the things I wrote up there was how I haven't done a lot. Yesterday, after recording my vlogging, late in the day, I went and recorded Grand Theft Auto and edited and rendered and uploaded that, and then I waited a tiny bit of time and went Walkies. And then when I was done with Walkies, I came back and watched videos, played No Man's Sky until it was getting time to stop playing games that activate your fight or flight response, and because it's hard to sleep when that's going on, and started just watching videos and relaxing, playing like city builders if I played anything at all. And then I woke up and I had breakfast and watched videos and got ready for the day and went out Walkies, went to Walmart and came back. And then I started recording. That's all I've done. At the same time, I did want to talk about, and I have along that trip that I went on to Walmart, I have done some things. Like, well, one of the things, because this ties in with it, I had to repurchase because I had used up the last of these yesterday. I had to buy more multivitamins. Now, you got to be careful with gummies, because beta-carotene is a very volatile vitamin and it breaks down quickly. So in gummies, I just bought these because, hey, I'm over 50, so don't always do that, but I did this time. But they put extra beta-carotene in these because they're going to degrade over time, even before you get them and then as you've gotten them. So if you're not careful, you can get way too much beta-carotene. Ain't good for you. But the reason that I get the multivitamins is because I'm still trying to lose weight. And aside from, well, today I went and ate some graham crackers that I bought yesterday, and I bought more shortbread cookies. So that's a good 1,000 calories right there. So yesterday I had a lot of calories. I just didn't have a lot of nutriental calories because I had chili and yogurt in the first part of the day, and then I just had basically crackers and cookies for the second half of the day. Ugh. So to supplement to make sure I get stuff, I do this, especially since I'm not eating a whole lot and I do not want to hurt myself. Now, I don't have any with me because I've eaten the last of them, but I have the yogurt that I eat is Chobani, and it's because why not? You need a name on something, but it's high protein yogurt, 20 grams in each cup, which is 40% of your daily allowance, and I eat like 4 of those. That's 120% of all the protein you need, which, if you eat more protein than you need, isn't going to harm you. What your liver does is it just takes these proteins, strips everything out, leaving a carbon skeleton behind, and then it packs the carbon skeleton with the stuff that it wants to be out in the body, and then sends that back out to distribute stuff. So eating extra protein generally is not a problem. But I'm trying to make sure I get protein and then I get the vitamins. I eat still like extra cans of carrots and green beans to get the bioflavonoids in because I do not want to hurt myself by dieting. But aside from like days when I've eaten an extra 1,000 calories through frosted shortbread cookies, I am still maintaining at about 1,000 calories in a day, which means I could have a possible thyroid issue. Somebody in a comments, in a comment to a post I made, said, you might want to talk to a dietitian. If you've been at this weight for this long, there might be a problem. So, good point. So I'm going to try and make it, I'm not going to try, I am going to make an appointment with my doctor to discuss this and then have them point me to like a dietitian or some such. Because I do not want to hurt myself. And if I shouldn't be maintaining at 1,000 calories. So thumbs up. But I also bought a couple extra other things. One of these is this. Now, you may see this most commonly talked about and used by people that are trying to bulk up on muscle. Thing is, this is also really, really good for your brain. Not just for muscle. This is the reason I bought this. Not that I'm going to try and bulk up. I'm just going out walkies, and that's fine for me. Walking is super good for your whole cardiovascular system and your cardiopulmonary system. I should add that in there too, because it's good for your breathing. Not that you can't ever change your lungs. They're never going to get better if they ever get damaged. What happens is you are acclimatizing and making your body adjust to what's going on in your lungs. And that's fine. But back to this. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this not in a bulk up again kind of way, because they have two phases, which I cannot see at this instance. Oh yeah, I can partially read it. I can't read it with either eye alone, but both eyes together I can kind of read it. There's a loading phase and a maintenance phase. I have to be way out here like this. And the loading phase is you're having like 5 grams of this every day. And then the maintenance phase is you're just having 1. You're trying to really get a load of this stuff inside of you built up and then maintain after that. Apparently you're supposed to do that with like protein powder too, but I don't know. Itchy. My apologies. The other thing is I bought. I drink a lot of tea anymore, even more than I used to before. Again, I have 3 cups of tea twice, which would be 6 cups of tea every 6 hours. And that's a liter, but I don't want to have just nothing for flavor. So on top of just regular black tea and my 1 cup a day of green tea, I got some more decaf of this. Constant comment. It's got cloves in it, so it's an interesting flavor. And then, as it turns out, I really like Earl Grey, so it's the citrus in it. I like citrus. And more Bengal spice. And of course, I'm not going to get scurvy anymore. I don't know why I said of course. I'm not, well, not even anymore. I'm not going to in any danger of catching scurvy. I wasn't before, but really not now, because I go through containers of lemon juice quickly. And I'm not talking small little containers or even medium. I'm talking about like the 32 ounce and higher containers of lemon juice. I go through those fast because I just pour it into my tea. I do not know why my nose is itching so much. And you have my sincere apologies for my nose just itching. Ugh, don't like it. Where was I? Ah, yes, lemon juice, citrus. I also really like citrus as a flavor, which is one of the reasons I like sour stuff, because a lot of citrus has sour, and even when the sour is not given a citrus flavor, I still like it because inside of my head there's an association between sour and citrus. And I really like lemon, orange, and all that stuff flavors. So, thumbs up. But past that, yeah, let me check up here and see what else I have. Because really, there's only one thing I've been learning more about No Man's Sky. And this is probably a spoiler if you want to play, but I'm going to talk about this part anyway, just because I learned stuff. Because you go face to face with the Atlas, and I find it terrifying. So I was like, ah! And I had my character scream as the Atlas was like probing them hard. And it's like rough, but learning stuff about that, yeah, it is multiversal. There is a complete multiverse. And there are places where the universes can get really close together and you have bleed over. But the only thing that's present in every universe is the Atlas. And whether it's I don't quite know enough yet, all in context of the game, but still, not quite sure what's going on with all that. But I've talked about how there's the anomaly, the multiplayer hub that has 2 of the big NPCs. Again, all of this added after the game had been given its skeleton. All of this was just added because the game was so bare bones. But while it doesn't really do a whole lot of gameplay stuff, hokey smokes, lore-wise, it's really deep and awesome. But there's Nada and Polo. Nada is one of the Korvax, an electronic being, and Polo is one of the Gek, and they're of a trader species. But you find some information on the whole main storylines where Nada is one of the survivors of a universe where the Sentinels had gone on for most of all forever just being peaceful and happy, and then suddenly stopped and killed every organic thing in that universe. Polo was the survivor, but they went and found Nada, and then they got found by the Sentinels because they were searching for Polo, and then Nada escaped and was the survivor of that. And while Polo died, Polo also said, don't worry, you'll find me in another universe, in millions of universes. You will find me again. And yeah, the Polo you find is a Polo from a different different universe in the multiverse. So yeah, it's pretty heavy duty, and I'm finding it really cool. And it's a portal that Artemis had gone through that did everything in the end. And there's this other alien called it was Artemis. There's the other alien called Apollo that is trying to figure out some information to further help out in their fight against the Atlas, the Sentinels, something. And they're at the anomaly warning you, well, the Atlas controls the portals, the corruption spreads through those, please don't go in them. So, who knows what's going to happen? But hey, if you'd like, comment, share, and subscribe, that'd be very cool, greatly appreciated, definitely a thumbs up. And in the video description, I have links to a whole bunch of things bonked in my table at my elbow, like my PayPal, my Patreon, and my Amazon wishlist link. If you could check those out, that'd be very cool. Do not feel any obligation to. You do not have to. I would never want to shame anybody. If you want to check it out, please do. If you don't want to, don't. But, speaking of Patreon patrons, I have up on the screen here some of my Patreon patrons. You are beautiful and awesome people, each and every one of you. You'll help out this aging mammal in a unfortunate, but, well, everybody's going to get where I am eventually, period of life. And it is appreciated to no end. This aging mammal thanks you so very, very much. For everybody that leaves me a comment, you two are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. Thumbs up every comment that YouTube lets me, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will allow. It can take me up to 24 hours, so if you really want an answer, keep checking back. But I like to answer because I like to engage, and I think it's important to let you know that you've been heard. I also play an internet game of these days usually just tossing out a secret word, but sometimes a writer's prompt for things to be written into the comments section for blatant engagement farming. Trying to show the YouTube algorithm that my channel ain't quite dead yet. So, if you play, that's a thumbs up. And the last people that did play were Jesse Koskinen, thumbs up and thank you. Leo Tom Music, greatly appreciated. Toilet Decimator, thumbs up and thank you. And Sir Schmuckle, thumbs up, thank you, good to see you. So, yay, it is appreciated, each and every one of you. And hokey smokes, if you have watched this far, if you could type Earl, there we are, Earl, into the comments, that would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Do you have to? No, of course not. But if you could, it'd be awesome. But you don't have to. I wouldn't think any less of you if you didn't. Nor, if I had the power to force you, would I? Because consent is important, even in something as small and silly as this. So thumbs up if you play, and if you don't, that's okay. So I'm going to edit, render, upload. I'm going to play some No Man's Sky. I got some bills that I'm hoping to pay, but I got time. It's only the 3rd, so thumbs up on that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. And if not, please do not beat yourself up because you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is indeed a very, very good thing. Yay. Well, hopefully yay. So click here. So I can now click over here.